Alright, squad, let's talk about the changes that are coming to this channel, because they are mighty and hopefully cool. I don't know, it's a new concept that technically John, my boyfriend, thought of, but we're gonna see how it works, because I feel like this channel needs a little bit of an upgrade and shift. I brought all the proper equipment. I brought the laptop, and I brought the microphone, and I brought the ring light, and then I got so fed up with trying to figure out the setup, I just said, fuck it, we're gonna go OG style for this episode. So basically, I know I have been MIA for a couple years. Life has been a little bit batshit crazy. If you follow me on any social media, especially my Instagram, I'm sure you are well aware that I have had like 50 major life changes in a very condensed amount of time, and they've all required huge transitions for everybody, but including myself, and I'm just sort of getting my bearings now. I'm getting comfortable with my new city. I'm getting comfortable with the living situation, and I got my health more manageable, and everyone else is sort of getting their bearings as well. Then we're all in a good routine now, so I think this is the perfect time to get back to work. The idea is to revamp this channel, continue the podcast, but with the new channel content, get the book out, and a couple other ideas I've got going on, but we'll wait on those. So hopefully 2023 is going to be huge for me. I'm really excited. I have good vibes, good energy coming from it. I can feel it. But in the meantime, let's talk about this. So let me start by saying that I've realized that most people with gifts seem to have a overall purpose, calling, direction, whatever you want to call it, right? You've got tarot readers, and you've got Reiki professionals, you've got psychics who do psychic readings, you've got mediums who will do readings for people. They've got these, while they do multiple things with their gifts, they seem to have a specific purpose here, right? And I learned, or have accepted long ago, that mine is to educate. So yes, I am a medium. No, I'm not a psychic. If you've seen any of my content before, you know that I do have psychic moments, but it's not something I control. It's not something I like. As a whole, I'm a medium. What that means is I can communicate with spirits. I don't see the future. I don't see your past. Like I said, there are gifts. I do have remote viewing and stuff like that, so I can see those, but it's usually spirit invoked, right? So a spirit usually shows me these events or tells me these things. It's not my own inner knowledge like a psychic would have, right? So a lot of people would want me to read. A lot of people are like, oh, you're a medium. And I have done a reading on accident. I was thrown into it. It was not intentional. And it was a beautiful moment for everybody. And it was a life-changing moment for me, but it's not really what I want to do. It's not what I feel like I'm here for. So I get a ton of messages constantly asking me for readings, and if I could tell them this, and if I could tell them that. I don't think that's what I'm here for. I think my purpose is to educate. And I think for a long time, I thought it was educating children. And I do think that that's a huge part of it. But I do think it's educating all gifted people. I am happy to educate non-gifted people, and so my content's for everybody, for sure, anyone who's interested. But I think my job is more of a teacher to those that are gifted, who are just coming into their gifts or trying to understand their gifts. So if you're already like totally into your gifts and you're trying to learn a new craft, I may not know anything about that particular thing. Like, I personally am still learning Reiki myself. I'm still learning tarot myself. I'm still learning a lot of different things myself. And I would then go to someone who's really good at that to learn from them. In terms of handling your gifts and coping with things that happen to you as a gifted individual, that is where I feel like I'm more of like a spiritual counselor for those with gifts. There you go. It just came to me. With that said, that was sort of the angle of the channel up to this point. I would pick a topic that I knew a lot of gifted people dealt with, and then I would try to put my perspective and clarify things for them, right? And I still want that angle in it, because I still want to be an educator or, you know, an information source. But it was getting a little too schoolish. It was getting a little too boring, right? Plus, like, I'm kind of insane, and a lot of people don't get to know my personality when I'm just sort of talking at you. So one day, here's what happened. So what happened was, John, my boyfriend, and I were watching a Netflix show together. I literally don't remember which one it was. I think it was like A Haunting or The Haunting or Haunted or something like that. And basically, everyday people were sharing their stories of a haunting they experienced, right? And I'm one of those annoying people that if you watch something with me, I'm going to talk the entire episode. I'm going to yell at the TV. I'm going to but luckily so was my boyfriend. So it worked out. And we were watching and I, without even realizing it, kept blurting stuff out. No, that's not what she meant. The spirit. She was trying to say this and this. Or no, she did that because this and this and this. And my boyfriend kept going, wait, really? Oh, that makes sense. I would have thought the same thing he thought, but that makes way more sense. And I'm like, yeah. And then I would explain it to him. He's like, oh, by the end of the show, he's like, that's what you should do. You should review these shows and clarify it for people, everyday people, or people who aren't as in tune to their gifts, what a gifted person's take is on it. Because there were a lot of things that the spirits were saying and doing to these people, and they were taking them as scary events. And really, they were just trying to get their attention, or really, they were just trying to lead them in one direction or the other, and it wasn't as scary as they thought it was. And so we started talking about it, and we decided that this actually might be a good idea. So a normal reaction video channel, I think, would watch it side by side, and as it's playing, do the oh my god. I'm not equipped for that. I can't. I'm not gonna. I'm obnoxious, but I'm not theatrical, so I'm never gonna bullshit, fake, weird, extra dramatic sounds and shit while I'm watching something. And when I am watching something, outside of me blurting things out, I kind of just sit there and watch. I'm not super fun to watching stuff, right? So what I decided to do, especially since I still want the educational aspect involved, it will no longer be Let's Talk Tuesdays. It will be ParaWatch Wednesdays. And what we're going to do is I'm going to previously in the week watch an episode or more, depending on what I feel I need to really get an idea of what I'm watching, or a movie, or a TikTok clip that someone sent me, or whatever the case may be, some sort of paranormal content. I will brief you guys, sorry I talk with my hands a lot. I will brief you guys on what I watched, what it's about, what are the premises, etc. Then I will go into what I thought about each episode in terms of, yeah, I mean, I guess whatever. If it was hilarious, I guess I'll tell you that. If it was sucky, I'll tell you that. But primarily the goal is to teach you okay, well, I saw them do this. It's ridiculous because this. They said this. That's exactly how it is for me. I experienced it the same way. They said this. That is so not how that really happens. That is absolutely for Hollywood, whatever the case may be, right? And then I will do my best to elaborate topics that are if they go into possession or something like that, I will do my best to really clarify why I have the opinion I do of whatever it is. With that said, because I'm not doing a side-by-side reaction like normal ones do, I will take the clips I'm speaking in regards to, so the clips I'm speaking of. So let's say we have an hour-long episode. I'm probably not going to comment on every minute of the entire hour, right? Maybe there's 6 different scenes out of the whole hour that I have something to say about. And they're 2-minute scenes each, or 30-second scenes each. Those scenes that I'm going to be addressing, I will have first played for you in the corner, and then I will explain my thoughts on it. Or vice versa. I don't know, but at some point you'll see my opinion and the clip. Probably the clip first, but I guess we will see. So there will be clips of the original content, but it will not be an entire side-by-side. It'll be pieced out. So it is going to be a review channel, but it will be a different episode or content every week, and also it will be informational based, not just opinion because it was made poorly or made amazingly or the content was hilarious or whatever. It'll be educational so that y'all know my perspective, which is all it is. While I'm confident in what I believe and what I have been taught over the years through spirit, through my grandma, the books, whatever, I'll never say that I know anything for sure. Anyone on this planet who says they know anything for sure is full of shit, because that's the whole reason it's paranormal, is it's beyond normal. None of us know for sure. We can strongly believe, we can have a lot of data to back it up, we can have our own personal experiences to back it up, but I'm never going to come at you guys and say, for sure, 100%, this is what it is, you must believe it. I will just give you my perspective and my opinions based on years and years and years of experience and information that I've received over decades now. So that is what's coming to the channel. I got a brand new gaming laptop with like top of the line video card and all that stuff. I've got my mics and my ring lights, and quality should be improving very soon. It should have this episode, but I got pissed off and said fuck it. Anyways, I would love feedback. Also, as always, the comments, here's the thing. If I comment, I know that the paranormal community is big but small, right? Especially when we're talking about paranormal shows. So there's a good chance that I'm going to comment on content at some point of somebody that you know personally or you're a big fan of or what have you. And you're going to disagree with my assessment on their clip in an episode or their viewpoint or whatever. To each is their own. That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. I respect everyone's viewpoints. And you are more than welcome in the comments below to explain why you feel that way. However, if it is derogatory, offensive, if you're trolling, it will be removed instantly. End of story. So I don't want to hear that I'm not open to other content. Of course I am. That's how we learn. We discuss. We, have adult conversations about it. We may just have to agree to disagree, which is totally fine. But if you get nasty or you want to argue in like a childish manner, I'll just delete the shit because I don't need to it's bad energy. I don't want bad energy on my page. I don't want it on my channel. I don't want it in my personal space bubble. So please feel free to discuss things. Please feel free to disagree with me and have your own, viewpoints that you want me to hear, but respectfully and maturely like adults, please. Yeah, I don't know what else to say for this episode because it's pretty much just an update episode. But that is what's coming to the channel. So we are going from Let's Talk Tuesdays to ParaWatch Wednesdays. And I'm excited. This is like the last Let's Talk Tuesdays video because we're explaining what's coming. So kind of sad, but kind of excited. And let's just see how this goes, right? If I start doing the reviews and it's just people are not feeling it, we'll go back to Let's Talk Tuesdays. We will go back to Let's Talk Tuesdays. And if it is doing all right, we'll keep upgrading it and making it better and see where it goes from there. Again, suggestions for new clips. And I'm open to anything. If it's a paranormal movie, if it's a paranormal show, if it's a paranormal documentary, if it's just something you saw on TikTok or like short on YouTube, feel free to send it my way and I will put my 2 cents in. I mean, I can't guarantee I'm going to get to everybody's, but I will do my best to get to as many as I can. And yeah, I'm excited. All right, guys, I love you so much. Until next time, guys.